Well, g'day there, folks. Here we are. It's actually Thursday today. Chanya, again, working on our day off, on her day off, does present her problems. And again, it's probably one of the things that really annoys me living in Thailand, because I respect her need to have a vocational outlet, and I'm not going to support her to the extent the fact that she's going to be sort of living like a queen for the rest of her life just off my retirement funds. I've made it fairly clear to her the fact that she has to set up her own retirement process. I will be assisting in certain areas, but I'm here to help her grow, sort of thing. Anyway, that's just a little bit about the background of some of the thought processes that I go through. But what's, as I said from last video, what's the things that really scare me living here in Thailand? Well, not much at all scares me. Look, yes, we got governments around the world make changes all the time, and it sends rocky roads ahead of us. But is it scary? No, the thing that really scares me right now is the AI revolution. Now, this might sound like a really weird video. That's really sort of nothing I normally talk about, but I wanted to get it out there because I see some bright sort of side of it. I see some shocking sides of it as well, and the only way forward is something that I'm almost probably guaranteed never ever to see, because I live here and not in Australia, where they might take care of me. Anyway, I've got to go and see the embassy today. I've got paperwork to sign. Another thing that gets a little bit annoying living out this far out of the city. It's not quite here yet. I'll have to go and check that anyway. Yes, we've got a gate, guys, so they've got to put their little license in and everything else when they come in. It gives a little bit more sort of, security. And here's the guy now. He's coming. Oh, we've got a BYD today. How's that? So I've seen a few of these BYD cars in the motor shows. I've never actually been, apart from grab rides and bolt rides here, I've never been in one, but ultimately they're quite a nicely sort of appointed car. I can't really complain about it. When we bought the MG, 4 years ago, they were only just coming into the marketplace. See how the timing can really be a big problem when you're making these long-term plans. Again, another little trap. I quite often find myself trying to sort of see where I've could have made better adjustments. So again, hindsight's a wonderful thing. If I'd stayed in Australia 6 months longer, I could have finalised some very specific paperwork on my on certain things, which would probably mean the fact that I wouldn't have to be running into the damn embassy today. But again, you make these plans long term, and you sort of you get this urge to go and do these things here. This can probably be one of the biggest challenges in your life in the upcoming years of with the AI revolution coming on, because quite frankly 40% of the workforce are going to find themselves out of the work. Right? They're not going to have any work because they're going to be in that probably plus 45 year age group. They're preparing the next 20 years of their life for their retirement, and all of a sudden the only jobs that are available going forward are the ones that are highly trained for the 20-year-olds and the 30-year-olds. The 40-year-olds, they're going to have to be retrained too, but what's a steel worker? What's a steel worker going to train as in AI? What are they going to do? They're totally got no chance of being retrained, right? And unless, of course, they got a nice little nest egg sort of thing set up, right, like I did. Right, they do have an option to say, well, maybe Thailand would be an option for going forward, that I can sort of maybe save some money for the rest of my life, if you know what I mean. Does look like Google's sort of rerouting us up through Boromana Chonna or Bring a Beer Along Road. Petkasem Road can get a bit chockers at this time of the morning. So yeah, we do have two ways in. And again, I probably could have gone all the way in on the grab, directly to Little Penny, but I know what the traffic's like, and quite frankly, even sitting in a car with somebody else driving, I'd rather go on MOT. At least I know I'm going somewhere. Anyway, just a little bit of a recap. Yeah, well, we'll be catching up with Chanya later on the day. As I said, she's got a 3-day appointment in the city doing this makeup for, again, these. I can't keep track of it all. she's doing really well in her career, and I'm only too happy to see it, even if it just inconveniences me and my ability to actually make a video of us together. But yeah, she'll be home 6 o'clock tonight. I'm only going to do snippets throughout today, filling up half the video, and the rest of it will be the night when she comes home. So stick around. Well, there we go, a little over an hour, and we're in Bangkok. Yeah, convenience, like I keep thinking of, like, people ask me how inconvenient living in the suburbs is. Right, I lived in Hornsby, or Hornsby Heights. Right, if I wanted to go to the city, and be in the city, for, like business or anything else like that, yeah, it would take me a little over an hour to get to the city if I used public transport. Probably longer if I tried to drive, but that's the way Sydney works. Again, the same thing works here, so there's really no difference. The major difference here, and one of the things that really kind of gripes on me, is the thing we call Thai time. I'm the sort of person who has loved my life being scheduled and always trying to sort of be the right person at the right time, doing the right thing and turning up on time and being early and everything else. Well, the example today is, like, I didn't know how I would get in, what it would be like. I've never come to the city. How much time do you leave? Oh, well, I'm going to leave myself 30 minutes. That was my thought. But yeah, it just took almost over an hour to get here, less than an extra half an hour. I need a cup of coffee. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, this One Bangkok is on the way. So let's have a look. One Bangkok. I keep seeing videos about this place. I am familiar with it to a degree. It's like high class everything. It's a bit of a snapshot of where Bangkok is going, I suppose, in the future. But getting back to the whole things that worry me, again, I look at where I am and looking at a lot of people who contact me these days, and I don't think people are really quite prepared. But I made a snap decision to do something, and yeah, I'm obviously paying the price now, and I'm doing things to work through that. Right? Okay, who would expect 3 dips in 10 years? It's just one of those sort of things. It's, when you start to plan your life at a 1 dip in 10 year type, history, and then you go 3 dips in 10 years, and you go, yeah, well, I didn't plan for that. That made my life a bit difficult, but we'll work through it. As for the other stuff, right, I can't think of the people who are, coming up to that sort of 50-year-old age group, realising that they can't be trained. What are they going to do, right, when an AI or, workplace consolidations take place, and guess who they take out first? This is the biggest worry for me, because I've been there. Okay, I took a sort of a voluntary redundancy, when I had 56 or 55 and a half. I was happy to do that because the numbers worked. Why did I take a voluntary redundancy? Well, one thing, I didn't really want to retrain. Secondly, I could see the fact that my job would be replaced by the company that bought us. I probably only had 2 more years in that company anyway, before they would realise, well, we can get somebody from India or somewhere in Asia can do my job for half the price, right? And we don't have to fly him over there, or something like that. You get the whole idea. You can just see those numbers. So, well, you just try to do a gradual exit. For me, it was the right decision at the right time. I've got to readjust. I don't want to say I'm crying. I'm working through it. That's what I do. I'm a fixer of broken things. I like to think that I can fix things. When I can't fix things, the second thing, who's my friends, who out of my friends knows how to steer the course, right? Because I've done that for a lot of people over the years. I'm just hoping the fact that when it comes to push comes to shove, I can help a few other people steer the course as well. Again, Asia is a place you're going to have to consider if you're retiring on half of what you thought you'd have because they made you redundant. Unless, of course, we can get a UBI in, right? There's just no way it's going to work out for everybody. Right? We are going to find 40% of the workforce in the next 10 years unemployed, and that's a conservative estimate. Right? You just can't recreate new jobs. Look at the jobs they're creating now. All that we're doing now is creating this this cycle of diminished responsibility. People are doing less and less work for more and more money until the point is you can just get a freaking damn, robotic AI to answer a phone and that person's gone out the door. Anyway, don't get me started on it. It's a bit of a rant, yes I know, but when you start to think about it, who else is putting their heads behind this solution? All I can do is just say, I've been there, I've been in that road, done that, this is what I've done. I've got a bit of a different lifestyle choice, but I'm making do, right? I'm here to help other people. Get the whole idea. I think going forward, the only way we are going to manage the next 10 years is a collaborative effort of people getting together, not separated. So I just asked the guy over there, where's the nearest coffee? He says, in here. I wonder how much they're going to charge me for coffee. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm an hour early from my appointment, Why? Because I never trust Thai time. I never trust Thai transport, and I like to be early. Not really an hour early, but I did plan to get coffee, but looks like this is where we're going to do coffee. At this place, I guess. So just looking around here at this one Bangkok. Okay, it is just open. Where do we get a coffee for one? But where are the people? Well, it's 9:45. Where is everybody? Is this the shape of Bangkok to come? Bangkok needs people. Wow, I'm even too early for coffee. That place doesn't open till 10. Oh, really? Where's a 7-Eleven when you want one? There is absolutely no 7-Elevens in here. I think I see a sign that looks like a Starbucks, is it? I don't know. The symbol from here is very hard to see. I know that word, Arabica. That's what I'm looking for. Yes, yes, yes. Arabica coffee. Yes, 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 yes. Well, I probably should have brought a docking satchel to put this stuff in. That's because I've been carrying it under my arm when I'm trying to do a film or something. Now I've ruined the envelope, so I have to take that back home. Hopefully the documents are going to be okay inside, but yeah, best laid plans. Anyway, yeah, I could get 4 of these cups of coffee in 7-Eleven versus 1 cup of coffee here, or a lot of walking. Again, you're going to have to make these choices down the track. I'm not trying to sort of, make Thailand sound cheap, but this is going to be everywhere you go now, right? You're going to have to make decisions on the fact that, well, I would like a cup of coffee. I don't have my barista machine at home, so we're going to get a cup of coffee. If the 7-Eleven coffee tastes almost as good as, this is actually really nice coffee, but how much can I justify the extra $3, for the cup of coffee or whatever, just because of a taste? It satisfies your needs, and so does a 45 baht one, Come on, this is where we're making the mistakes these days. It's all about image, and quite frankly, you look around you. What's this image give you? Now, I got on the MRT this morning at Lak Song, and the place was a hive of activity, and it looks livable. People helping people. You get to here. This is the, Bangkok one, and where are the people? Where are the people that are going to help you if you choose this lifestyle? Yeah, you get the idea? These are some of the things you need to start to look at, because quite frankly, right, 40% of you from today in the next 5 years are going to be unemployed. Think about it. I guess there is an upside to these sort of places, like the barista and staff in there. Nearly all of them can speak pretty good English. Who'd figure? It is Bangkok one after all. So I must say, in an oasis of tall buildings, this place does look fairly impressive, I must admit. Nice little fancy fountain there. Again, I wonder how much power these things use. The wastage of the upper class society, right, to sort of, it just amazes me. Do you have to look pretty? What? To give you a false sense that fact that things are going forward? Things aren't going forward. Things are going backward at all rate of knots. We've actually got a sort of a negative population growth on the planet now, which I suppose is pretty good, but the trouble is the negative growth is on the western side and the bigger growth is on the Pakistani, India, Asia region. Well, not so much Thailand. I think Thailand's hit zero negative population growth. But some of these things like India, China's been arrested, but India, a few other places like that, they are rampantly overcrowded and putting more and more people on the planet as we speak. Right? Are these qualified people? No. Are they ever going to be having a chance to be qualified? No. Is it our problem? Well, yes, it's our problem, because guess where they're going to come when they can't find food in their country? Wake up, world. Well, I got to look around Bangkok one, not so much inside the shops, but again, it's not the sort of price tag of shopping that I would normally go to anyway. But you want to look inside Bangkok one, there's plenty of guys doing videos inside Bangkok one. Yeah, I don't need to do that. But anyway, you probably don't know where the Australian Embassy is. Well, across the road from us here is Lumpini Park. Right, and just up the road here, not too far from Bangkok one, is our entrance into the Australian Embassy. That's a visual that seems to stick there. You got a nice buildings on the right hand side there of Bangkok one, and you get this wall with spikes on the left hand side, which is, well, part of the Australian Embassy, of course. A prison. And yes, of course, for security reasons we can't film from here. Talk about diminished responsibility. Oh my God, seriously. Lawyer sends me out stuff, he sends me out statutory declarations, things to sign, yes, 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 right. Anyway, I go there, right, and the clerk behind the counter, who does this every day, you might sort of say, so he says, well, the document you've got here for the statutory declarations, not an official document, effectively, because it doesn't have all the appropriate, writing on the top of the page, because it's something that the lawyer printed and created. Okay, so I said, well, what am I supposed to do if it's different? What am I supposed to do? He says, well, I've got no clue. He says, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What about we do both? Cost me twice as much. $88 and $88. We did two statutory declarations, one on the official documentation, one on the one that the lawyer sent. Hopefully, well, yeah, I give up. Just like, seriously, it is a load of crap, this bullshit. I know who I am. That is one of the scary things that I really go through. I'm like, the only evidence that I exist at the moment is my passport. Yeah, I'll lose that. Yeah, everything else is pinned to my passport. I don't know. I suppose I could go through the process of finding all these documents, getting all these establishments to send me all the relevant things like birth certificates and divorce certificates and everything else like that. Yeah. I try to just forget about it. I just don't want to be a part of that society anymore. I just want to just put my feet up, have fun, play games, and just let the world fall apart. Right? I'll try to help people I have an influence on society with, but outside that, I can't help everybody. Anyway, enough of the little whinge and complain. I love Thailand. I'm sorry, I do. I don't ever want to leave. I want to die here. I want them to sprinkle my ashes on the Ta Chin River, or even on the Klong outside our house. I've had a great life. Right? I've done things different to a lot of people. Right? And because of that, I'm enjoying the rewards before I can't walk anymore. You've got to think about those things. Anyway, I'm going to finish this part of the video up and we'll pick it up when we see Chanya home tonight, so you can say hello to her too. Okay. What is happening out here? What is happening out here? Oh my God, oh my God. Sorry. This is the group, oh my God. Hello group. Come now, we have to go shopping. Yes, we got to go shopping. Oh, businesswoman, oh my God.
Say hi. Hey boss. Big boss at my.
Okay, big boss, see you later.
See you.
Come. Have to go shopping.
Now, right?
Yes, go now. Yeah. Everybody go now. Go now.
9.
No, no, no. She wants to go to sleep now. Okay.
No, just relax.
Just relax. You have a busy day,
Yeah.
and you got to go back tomorrow.
Tomorrow I go.
One more time.
One more time and stop one day and go one more. Stop one day and go one.
Oh, really? Who's the company? What's the company you have? What company you
Make
work?
up, man.
What company you make up?
Company. Something.
What museum? No.
Company in the today go hospital. Silila Hospital big.
Okay, big hospital. Okay, yeah. Okay, yes. I'm pretty sure she just.
Hospital for doctor.
Doctor's hospital. Oh, okay.
Doctor.
I don't know. She just says she didn't do to the makeup. I'm guessing she doesn't really pay attention to exactly what I would be sort of totally interested in, like who these people are. But she's there to do a job, and she does a very good job. That is. Anyway, let's go and have some food too. I'm hungry. As for other things I hate is those candid moments when I say something like, "Darling, I think we should have hashiban," and she is in full agreement. She thinks, yeah, hashiban, good idea.
Hashiban.
It happens very rarely.
Why you not believe
And
me?
then I have the camera ready. That's what I hate, not having the camera ready. Yeah. Anyway, let's go and eat some hashiban, darling.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yes, Giraffe.
Yes,
I
darling.
want to tell you. I want to talk with you something.
What's that?
Why you don't like durian?
I just...
Oh my God.
Safety. No safety.
When I say durian, you know power, right?
No power.
Okay. Next station, durian shop.
Yes, durian shop next station.
Yeah.
It's durian season.
Okay. And I buy for you 1 pack.
Oh.
นี่ดurian โอ้ย50 บาท Later. You like? What smell?
You can smell.
Smelly.
It's okay, darling. You can smell it. Let's go eat durian. Let's go. I don't want to eat durian. I want to eat hachiban. Come. Oh my goodness, it's dinner time, and I think we've got a queue. I suppose you could say it is one of the things that does annoy me, is the fact that she's working and I'm not. But we work through it. It's not a big deal. It makes our life more interesting. This is why I also make a big point of our weekly get-together, our weekly dinner, our weekly lunch. And if we miss it by a day, then I want to make it up the next day. It's a formality. Again, this is my second time around with a relationship for a long time. These are some of the things that I thought that I missed in the first time around. Spending more of that quality time with your partner. Because again, I was about her age, growing up, doing business, expanding business, doing all that sort of stuff, and basically forgetting about the home. I'm grown up enough to live at home without too much influence, but she's going to understand that too. Don't you, darling? If only she could really pay more attention to what I was doing and what I was saying. Anyway, we got our Coke, we got our food ordered. Really good. Hello, mate.
Hello.
Yes, it's always good. Always good. And I'll tell you, of course, the fact that meal came to 377 baht, which was quite reasonable. Filled all the holes. It is fast food, but actually quite tasty food. Okay, we're going to go up this way today. Okay. In mind?
อิ่มมากๆ now I
Good.
feel better now
Good.
because I am อิ่ม I'm so tired.
God. What do we got? They got Final Destinations, Bloodlines, we got Mission Impossible 8, Lilo and Stitch, Fast Car Racing, yeah, okay. 5 cinemas, 5 movies, yeah. And they don't even have English subtitles. Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it'll be on streaming in what, in 60 to 90 days, it'll. Okay, let's get out of here. We can't film in the big sea, but that's another thing. It's starting to annoy me. It's real life. That's what you're right. We want to tell you about real life. Right. And again, like seriously, we all have to do it. I'm sure you like to see those little clips of all the prices, just to do your comparisons and things like that. But we'll have to forego that. You can always go onto their website and check it out. Okay, honey, what has caught your eye? You like this one?
No.
No?
Just see.
Just see. Not talk about anything. 189 baht.
How much?
189 baht? What is that in dollars? Oh, there's a price up in the corner there. or there. I got a hint from her only last week or the week before that, you know, my phone was getting old. I think she got the Apple 13 or something, wasn't it? A few years back. Well, anyway, she's been talking about a new phone. I know, that's the
Change new.
well, 14,999 for the new, this is the JP69, is it IP69? So it's waterproof.
Price is what?
Yeah. Like I've got nothing really wrong with my phone, but transferring my phone, your whole life is keyed to a SIM card number, you know, and all those apps. Oh God, that's one thing I really do hate. How you're not only your passport, but you lose your passport, lose your phone. That's it. You are completely screwed.
What do you think?
Anyway, what I just was saying, you know, we've got to get a new phone at some stage. But yeah, that's at some stage. So we'll worry about the some stage at some stage. Oh, that's our little shopping exercise done. You know, we always have a fair bit each week when you think about it. All the kanom, all the extras. Mum buys all the good food, we just buy all the junk food. But you're going to think about it, like 3,940, that's effectively that's 3 people, household with 3 people, guests coming over. I couldn't, you know, I barely could spend, you know, get away with that in Australia for a single person. But that's the thing, isn't it? Prices have gone up. I reckon we're spending probably about 400 to 500 baht more now per month this time last year. That's inflation core. Another thing I hate, inflation, while they devalue the dollar. Oh my God. Seriously. Anyway, we're out of here, darling. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you for support.
Yeah, our Patreons, members. Thanks, guys. Good to have you guys there. More videos coming your way, don't worry. What else is happening? What else am I going to say? Like, if you stuck around to the end, seriously, guys, don't forget to hit that like. We do get about a 35 to 40% viewership till the end of the video, so a lot of people like our stuff, but unfortunately the click-through, can't seem to capture that first 30 seconds anymore. We got our loyal followers, loyal people. It's one of those sort of things. Yeah. Anyway, it's always fun. We're out of here. Peace out. Where's the car? Okay.